Welcome back to Carla Astrology. So I am going to continue on with my palmistry series. And today we are talking about the ESTJ. And that is the executive and associated with the King of Swords. So the E is for extrovert. The S is for sensory, the T is for thinking, and the J is for judging. So they are still extroverted, so that means that they're still going to have bulky hands and strong thumb. Well, strong thumb is probably more for this one than, say, the last one I did. The last one was cups. So I feel like an extrovert is still going to have a stronger thumb, but the thumb is associated with willpower. So I feel like you will definitely see it in an ESTJ, the King of Swords. They are, so the strengths of an ESTJ are they are dedicated, strong willed, direct, honest, loyal, patient, reliable, enjoy creating order, and excellent organizers. So, and their weaknesses could be inflexible, stubborn, uncomfortable with conventional situations like, uh, something out of the ordinary. They're more into tradition, and they prefer tradition. That was actually in my notes. I could have just said that. So, so these are like your people with OCD. They could be judgmental. They could be too focused on their social status. They're always in their head. Difficult to relax and difficulty expressing emotion. Um, the their big mounts, probably one of the biggest is going to be Mercury. Um, I believe that they're going to have more of a philosophical shaped hand, which we talked about the hands in a previous video that gave a review of that, because the reason that I gave a review is because actually Carol and I did a live on the hand shapes. So my review was based off of Karen Wells, and it was just a very quick explanation of the hands. Carol and I went live, and between her and I, she actually showed pictures and stuff. So take a look at that video. I believe I've put all my palmistry videos together, so check that out, and there are visuals in there. But the air hand, we know, is rectangular palm and short fingers. So the philosophical has more of the longer medium fingers. Now, they have great willpower. So along with Mercury, now remember Mercury's over here, and Mercury is like your Virgos and your Geminis. So they're very intellectual. You Virgo are the analyzers, and Gemini is the the dualistic mind. So Jupiter is another one. Is going to have a big mount. Apollo, which is right here, that's your sun mount. That's going to be fairly big. Your outer Mars is where your willpower is. That's going to be a fairly big mount. Not saying, like I said in the other ones, that these can't be, but I believe, in my personal opinion, that the ones that I mentioned are going to be very big. Now, so with the Queen of Swords being kind of very, or Queen of Swords, I'm sorry, King of Swords is very, like it's your executive. They mean business, and they are very intellectual. So, not saying that they won't think outside of the box, but I feel like most of what you're going to see from that person is, a very disciplined, or at least they're going to seem very disciplined. So you may not see them thinking outside of the box. Like you said, they're going to be more traditional. So with that being said, looking at the major lines, we're going to see a flatter heart line because these people aren't extremely comfortable with their emotions. So they're going to be aloof, you know. They're going to be guarded. And that is a straight heart line shows that. The headline is going to be super long. It's going to be deep and super long. Going to go clear across that palm. Like I said, this is just my opinions, but I believe that this personality type is going to have a headline that goes clear across the palm. And I put that it might even fray at the end because that is almost like that's that never-ending thought process. The brain just doesn't shut down. So, and that's kind of what that means right there. I did put the little, it might possibly curve up towards Mercury because, again, these are people that are very, they're all about communication and they're in their head. So the life or the headline could point towards Mercury. I do believe that the lifeline is going to vary in these individuals. So because with somebody that is in their head, what they're in their head about is going to vary. You know, they might be passionate about different things. So you're not going to see so much of the same type of lifeline in these individuals, I believe. I do believe that, like we talked about this before, how you relax your hand is very telling. I believe that the ESTJ is going to be kind of closed. Like they're going to be somebody that kind of keeps their fingers close together because they do guard. They're always thinking about this and how they appear. So, and they want to seem controlled and have their together. So they're not going to be open about stuff. So they're going to be more apt to keep their fingers closer together. And I believe that they might have a long Mercury finger. So longer than, like, I would say, like, mine is a little bit shorter. So I think an average might come up to just about this first joint right here on the ring finger. So I believe longer, it might actually come up a little bit past that. Because I just think that would probably go along with that personality. If perhaps they do have a crooked Mercury finger, if it's not from arthritis or say an injury, depending on where that finger is pointing to, like if you know where it's crooked towards, does kind of show like where they are kind of like, I don't want to say have twisted thinking, but maybe a manipulative type way of communicating. So like if it's crooked and it's pointed towards their line of Apollo, so that's about, you know, our successes and stuff, that I would say that maybe they have a manipulative way of handling their successes, like maybe the way that they got their success, maybe they cheated a little bit, or maybe they manipulated the outcome somehow. And then like if it points the other direction, then maybe that could be they manipulating things outside of that situation. So, I mean, that I would be more apt to see it crooked towards the success, if they were off balance a little bit. So, and I don't, you know, that's kind of the individual, but because when you have a positive, you might have a negative that you might deal with just depending on the balance. So a strong personality like that, if they don't have their stuff under control, then I could see like maybe making some decisions that, you know, weren't the greatest decisions because they weren't using everything that they weren't using their potential. I think that is, oh, obviously with an air hand, because, you know, this is more of a like it's associated with the King of Swords, so I think of air. I believe that there will be a lot of mental stress, kind of like with the water. So I believe that you're going to see a lot of little lines in the hand of an ESTJ also. You know, a lot of stress lines like we did you possibly see those with the ENFJ also. So yeah, stress comes with anytime you're all in your mind or your feels. So I believe you're definitely gonna see those. I think that's all I have. What did I miss? Looking at my notes. So yeah, so this person is going to have great willpower. The mind is always working. Oh, hand to hand. Okay, so somebody that I want to get this out there before I forget. Somebody that is all in their mind usually means that because they're very progressive. So you know, unless there's like a mental illness or something, they're going to be progressive in their thinking, is my opinion. So I believe that somebody that has it, that is an ESTJ, the executive, is also going to have very different hand, like from hand to hand. I believe that it's going to be different from one palm to the other as far as lines. Probably not the mounts and stuff like that, but I think you'll definitely see a difference in the lines, not your major lines, but like all these little lines, you know, little signs. I believe that they will be very different, mainly because of that, because of the progressive thinking. You know, usually I would think that somebody that's analyzing, they're analyzing because they want things to be better, they want to figure things out. So just my opinion. But so yeah, take a look and see if any of those things match up with if you happen to be an ESTJ, and please let me know in the comments, because I'm learning too, you know, and these are just my opinions. And I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video, and that will be about the ESFJ, which is the King of Pentacles, like the ultimate provider. All right. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.